Moral of the story, and what I know a lot of you guys want to know is, should I just start buying fakes? And I want to first and foremost be the person to tell you, like, I don't care what you do. Whether you're wearing real or you're wearing fake, it does not matter to me. Like, it's not going to change my life, nor is it going to change you, or is it going to make you faker or more real. This is all just made up in our head, right? Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Kicking It With Your Boy Mike, aka A Sneaker Life. This is the podcast that we typically been doing weekly, where we talk about anything. First and foremost, we talk about anything. We talk about what I want to talk about, what you guys want to hear, and y'all have really been feeling it. So make sure you hit that thumbs up. That's the sponsor today, the thumbs up button. Hit it for me, sir, please. Yes, sir. Thank you. Salute. Yeah, man. The unauthorized authentics fakes video. We went into somewhat in depth with it. We grazed upon it. I told you guys it was coming soon. I wanted to make sure I got my facts right. I've personally learned a lot about how it all works. And there's tons of people out there feeding lies and, telling things that just aren't true. So we're going to decipher that today. More importantly, let's talk about Tiger Woods, man. Hopefully things turn around for him. That dude just can't catch a break, man. I had just left LA literally the same day and saw that he got in that accident. So prayers up, man. Hope you guys are feeling good. More importantly, let's just dive right into this video. Now, obviously, within the pandemic, sneakers have just gotten so much harder to get, to the point where it's just L after L, where the passion is no longer there. It's one of those things where, yeah, supply and demand is a good thing, but to an extent of like, yo, Nike, Adidas, Puma, whoever, wake up. Your consumers want the shoes, so just provide us with them. Stop feeding into these resellers who are just buying up all the pairs, and we don't have a chance. These bots really ruining the whole game, right? To an extent, it's annoying. Like, especially if you're, I guess, essentially what we call a true sneakerhead, someone who's just trying to buy the damn shoes. You work hard, man, right? We work hard. Like, I'm working. Just let me get the shoes, bro. Why is it got to be so difficult? Why do I keep taking L's on Sneakers app? I have not hit for nothing, bro. Like, the homie Sniper Jones, he been hitting everything, bro. What's going on? I don't understand. It just seems like everyone is taking L after L. So why feed into this? Why not just go to China and buy a fake that looks just as good as the real pair and, save me some money? Unauthorized is the real deal anyway, ain't it? Right? That's everybody's thought process. Like, why feed into it? Now, straight up, a fake is a fake. Plain and simple, guys. Unauthorized, there's different levels to it, right? And we'll start with that. Number one being a retail pair. The retail pair is still made in China. This is something that's in Memphis, distributed throughout the United States from Jordan brand. Quality check is A1 for the most part. We've gotten flawed pairs. That's just what it is. But retail pair, what you go to Foot Locker, what you enter to win a raffle, that is a retail pair. Then we have an unauthorized authentic pair. This is a pair that potentially was left over from the factory. Nike does not have one specific factory. There are tons of them that are good at what they do. These unauthorized authentic pairs are very scarce. So yes, certain people have connections to getting them, but it is a very scarce, no box. It's the authentic pair. Typically, even the tags are removed from the shoe, or it's just very scarce. You can't get a full-size run of unauthorized authentic pairs. It does not exist. There's no such thing of that. It is just, if you're lucky, there's a size 8 left over, or there's a 12 left over. Very rare, man. Most likely, you might see an 8 through a 10 in that range. Very, very rare. And like I said, people can get those. Then, of course, there is a factory authentic pair. Different than the unauthorized. This is typically a sample. Again, a very scarce. I'm not saying you can't get them, but you got to be extremely plugged to get this, because Nike is so specific, so strict on regulations at that factory. It's just not very many people are going to have their hands on these pairs. And with that factory authentic pair, there might be some slight differences, maybe a quality upgrade. Like, maybe they went with something that didn't go on the retail pairs, if that makes sense. Again, with that, through that sample aspect of it all. Just to reiterate what I said. So we have a retail pair. we have a factory authentic pair, and we have an unauthorized pair. These are all authentic clearly. Retail, we know, the real deal. Factory authentic, samples, scarce. Could potentially have different materials in the factory, typically not for sale. You got to be just the 1% to potentially get your hands on these. Then you have the unauthorized authentic pair, which is just left over in the factory, typically not allowed for sale. They remove tags. There's no box. It's an authentic pair, but I mean, there's a size 8 and there's a size 11 and that's it. 2 sizes. You're telling me this dude on Instagram has them, this dude on Instagram has them, this dude on YouTube has them? No, there's only like 1 or 2 pairs, bro. Like, what are you talking about? You see what I'm saying? And then we get into what everyone claims to be an unauthorized. This is what people claim. Oh yeah, man, it's just a UA pair, but it's actually a high quality fake pair, which is made by a factory who works on profit margins and making sure they're making the most, I guess, the highest quality fakes, but also the most profit. You know what I'm saying? These factories, what they're doing is buying one authentic pair and then just sourcing the materials the closest they can to the authentic pair. So then when we move on to that, well, how many fakes is there? There's probably 3 to 4 different levels of high quality fakes of, maybe like your Travis ones. This is going to be shoes that I would say are really high in demand, what people are going to want, the most popular Jordan 1s, Jordan 11s, some specific Nike runners. I personally don't think I've seen any. There's definitely fake Kobe's, but I haven't necessarily seen any. Other than that, when it comes to like a running shoes that are just kind of there's probably like 1 to 2 levels of fakes. And the reason being is just because that supply and demand isn't there. Factories know, well, we're not going to make much profit off these, so we're going to sell these very cheap, but it is a replica. And you've seen those probably at the flea market or something like that. Now, the best fakes are made in Guangdong, also in Putian, I believe is how you pronounce it. Putian typically makes sneakers. They make the handbags, the glasses, all the good fake stuff typically comes from there. And they've gotten really good at it. I mean, I would say typically around 80% of fakes, you could tell the difference if you're really into it, if you're really doing your thing and sneakers to the core. And then that 20% is almost undetectable because they are just at that level of amazing stitching materials. It's literally 1-to-1. How could you tell the difference? You know what I'm saying? And it's a really scary thing for sure. And there is, 100%, tons of us. I will even say myself, I've bought from tons of different apps. There is no way of guaranteeing all your shoes are 100% authentic unless maybe you're buying everything from the mall. You're just directly going to Foot Locker every week for years upon years. And obviously, to an extent, we know the differences, right? We've been doing this for a while. But a lot of times with this new stuff, for me, if I don't get it for retail, I typically just stay away from it because the fakes are just insane. You know what I'm saying? Why spend $1,000 thinking you're getting the real deal, but you don't really know? And obviously there's stores and places like that have a high reputation. Fakes are a no-go, but things happen, man. It's bound to happen to any store. And there is probably plenty of boutiques out there or sneaker reselling stores or consignment stores, what you call it, that are mixing real and fake, and they have no problem with it. Like a lot of times you see these Instagram threads of dudes having like 40, 50, 100 pairs of one shoe. And dude, it's not possible. You know what I'm saying? It's really not possible. And I always say like, yeah, money can buy you everything. And that's true. You could spend $1 million and get like 100 pairs of Chicago ones or something like that, or not that much, but you get what I'm saying? And flex. But to do it on the regular, just boom, 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 like, no, it's not a real thing. There's not that many out there. The sneaker game has become extremely fishy in the aspect of a lot of people are in it for the money. And I definitely get it. Like we all have bills to pay. We have responsibilities. We have things we want. So, if you can buy one sneaker and make a quick $400 profit off it, why wouldn't you do that? Like money rules the world. You know what I'm saying? And it sucks that sneakers has become under this microscope of understanding that it really is $1 billion industry on the back end of reselling and all that stuff. But moral of the story, and what I know a lot of you guys want to know is, should I just start buying fakes? And I want to first and foremost be the person to tell you, like, I don't care what you do. Whether you're wearing real or you're wearing fake, it does not matter to me. Like, it's not going to change my life, nor is it going to change you, or is it going to make you faker or more real. This is all just made up in our head, right? This all comes down to the fun of it. If you love sneakers, you love buying them from retail, you love collecting, you gotta weigh the risk reward. When you're buying fakes, number one, you don't have the real thing, right? Okay, we can leave it at that. Versus when you're buying the real thing, you can wear it, still sell it for what you paid for or more. But when it comes to wearing a fake, you might as well just beat them up and donate them. It's really that simple. There's no return in that. Like, I always look at all my sneakers as, yes, this is my job and I love collecting. But at the same time, if life just got really bad for me, I could sell all of this stuff and I would be fine because it's authentic. It's the real deal. Versus when you have fakes, there's no value in it. You're just putting your money into pretty much nothing. And another fun fact for you, there's a lot of these threads that talk about fakes and where you can buy them. And it's funny because there's just a lot of middlemen. A true top of the line, like I'm talking the best of the best fake, is not going to cost you more than $100 at all. Like, the range for the best of the best, I'm telling you, like, you have the authentic and you have the real, and you're like, damn, I don't know which one is which. That one is going to run you no more than $75 to $100, right? Retail on an authentic pair, $160, $220, whatever, okay? Now, when we get into like the other levels of fakes, that's going to run you anywhere from like $45 to $60. That's the true value. But, there's all these websites out there that are making a killing off you because what they're doing is essentially they just have a middleman who's connected with the factory. Factory be like, okay, we have the fakes for $45. We're keeping simple math. We'll sell it to the middleman for $45. The middleman will upcharge you $160 plus shipping. He'll make his profits. He'll sell it to you. You pay $220 at the end of the day. He got his money. The factory got their money. You got what you wanted. So it's another thing to think about. We're all getting finessed. Regardless whether you're buying real or fake, it's just a business, and that's it. Like, I don't really know where else to go with this conversation but to tell you guys, fakes are not the real thing. They never will be. They can get as close as they can, and they might be identical, and yeah, that's it. It's not the real thing, plain and simple. Like, I don't know what else to say. A lot of people are trying to say, man, like, don't get fooled by the man. Like, these fakes are just as good. They are 100%, but they're still not the real thing. Like, if you buy a Rolex from Rolex, but there's another factory making the exact model, it looks identical, it has the same materials, you literally can't tell the difference. It's still not a Rolex. You know what I'm saying? So you take that information however you want to take it. I could care less if you wear the fakes. I could care less if you wear the real thing. It ain't going to change my life. I just buy my shoes. Makes me happy. That's it, man. So just weigh that risk reward. You want to start buying fakes that really don't do much for you? Like, there's no return in it. Or you buy the real thing, you wear it, or you just keep it. It's worth something. It's all just a game. You know what I'm saying? It's literally all just a game mentally. So you can look at it the woke way of, man, why would I spend $1,000 on this real shoe when I could just spend $75 on a shoe that looks exactly like it? That's going to save me $900 that I can put towards a house, my family, cars, student loans, whatever it is that you have, bills, life, experience. You can look at it either way. It's up to you. I'm just telling you guys the information. We're just ending this real versus fake debate. You guys know the levels of how shoes work. A lot of these people out here saying they got this and that. It's not true. It's fake. Plain and simple. People always try to come after me about, oh man, how you get the shoes early? Those are fake. No. They're not. If they were fake, I would literally tell you they're not the real thing. It's not that hard to get a real pair early. It costs money, bro. Like, that was always the secret. Years of doing this, like, people were always coming at me, oh man, Mike, you're reviewing fakes, bro. No. The only fake pair that I had, which I even said it was fake, was the Yellow Toe 1 review. Y'all remember that? I literally said, sneaker blogs are getting these early pictures of fakes. So why can't I just show you like what it looks like? Like, why can't I if a sneaker blog and all these Instagram pages can show y'all what the shoes are and you like them, why can't I get a pair early that's fake and just show you? What's the problem with that? This is what they're going to look like. Ooh, fakes. Do it. Moral of the story, man. Do what you want to do. Don't keep up with the Joneses. Don't listen to what anyone has to say or tell you about. Like, if you want to buy fakes, buy fakes. If you want to buy the real thing, if you've been saving up, if you want to spend money, pay resell, do it. That's it, man. It's really that simple. It ain't gonna hurt nobody. You wearing fake sneakers ain't gonna fucking kill somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm beating the dead horse here, but I'm just trying to get this through you guys' head. Like, fakes are fakes. They will never be the real thing. If you want to wear fakes, go ahead. If you want to pay resale, go ahead. Just know and be careful. A lot of people are out here not for your best interest and finessing. And it's happening a lot. There's a lot of people out there that have, 50% of their collection is fake and they don't know. And it doesn't matter. It never will matter. It's all an illusion. So yeah, man, thanks for listening to another podcast episode. I know this was all over the place, but hopefully I got to the point. I know I'm kind of like beating the dead horse. We're still, what are we sitting at, like 20 minutes here? That's it. If you guys have any questions, leave them down below. What do you want to hear in the next episode? Let me know. Also, if you guys are on Clubhouse, if you have not downloaded Clubhouse or not a part of the app, make sure to follow me on there. We're going to be having a discussion, a few of me and other YouTubers. So if you want to join in on that, make sure to follow me. Peace. It's your boy Sneaker Life. Run it.